Since 2 episodes of Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage have already been released, I can sincerely admit that I was mistaken and formally apologize for it. It was inevitable that I would cover the newest program in Chuck Lorre's developing universe, as I had covered both Young Sheldon and The Big Bang Theory for Screen Rant for years. Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage, which is set after the Young Sheldon finale, is an attempt to capitalize on the success of its parent series even after it has concluded. Even though Young Sheldon was still quite popular, I completely see why show had to end. They wanted to respect the established time frame with Sheldon's transfer to California after years of inventing many narrative flaws to varied degrees, which contradicted the Big Bang Theory canon. It's also no secret, though, that I was pushing for the prequel to change its name to The Coopers rather than start a new series. In addition to being a considerably simpler transfer, it would have kept Young Sheldon's format and tone. However, I had serious doubts about George and Mandy's First Marriage because CBS had other ideas. Even with its connections to popular shows, launching a new spin-off is never risk-free. Some of the unsuccessful spin-offs, like Friends Joey and Cheers, The Tortellas, demonstrate that they cannot thrive only on relationships. The fact that Georgia and Mandy's First Marriage would move its emphasis from the Cooper family to the McAllisters, who currently comprise its ensemble cast, naturally alarmed me. Nevertheless, the format shift worried me more than anything else. Since Young Sheldon was a single-camera show, the sets were closed to the public. On the other hand, like The Big Bang Theory, George and Mandy's First Marriage is a multi-camera program that was shot in front of a live studio audience. Its setup gave the nerd-centric sitcom a more comedic tone, which wasn't awful given the overall atmosphere of the show. Simply put, it was difficult to envision that in a multi-camera setting, and I wanted George and Mandy's First Marriage to follow the same storytelling strategy that balanced comedy and drama as its parent series. It turned out that I had absolutely nothing to worry about. Despite the laughing of the live audience, I am impressed by the series' ability to successfully combine comedy and drama after seeing the first 2 episodes of Georgia and Mandy's First Marriage. Young Sheldon benefited greatly from the single-camera setup, since it gave the director more control over the story's tempo. These sequences were able to breathe because it could remain in a tense or emotional moment for as long as necessary. Emily Osment and Montana Jordan excel in Georgie and Mandy's more somber exchanges without sacrificing the lightheartedness of their relationship. Georgia and Mandy's First Marriage does not have the luxury because it is taped in front of an audience and must accommodate live spectators. It can nevertheless handle emotional situations well in spite of this. For me, Georgie and Jim's discussion over George's passing stands out especially because it made me know that Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage isn't afraid to explore more complex plotlines. Not to mention, the cast has been excellent. Emily Osment and Montana Jordan excel in Georgie and Mandy's more somber exchanges without sacrificing the lightheartedness of their relationship. It doesn't necessarily lose its humor just because George and Mandy's First Marriage did a fantastic job with their dramatic scene. If anything, I believe it makes it more accurate and imaginative. There are numerous humor sources available due to the multicam setup. Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage may employ physical comedy to make viewers laugh, which is superior to Young Sheldon, which mostly focused on dialogue. This is demonstrated by the sitcom Frasier, which Lorre cited to justify the format change for his new program. The audience's laughing heightens the hysteria of Mima's trembling face while the house trembles, which is already humorous in principle. The same is true in the last scene of Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage Episode 2, where Georgie asks his sobbing sister if visiting George's grave was helpful, to which she responds angrily. Unlike Young Sheldon, the new show is able to capitalize on the audience's enthusiasm for its humor.